There are 39 active cases of coronavirus in Victoria. That's one new case. I want to stress that's not a community case. It's a case of a returned traveller who is safely tucked away in hotel quarantine. So that is essentially another 0 day. We're very pleased to be able to report that to you. There are 23,108 test results that have been received back to health authorities. As you know, there was a hardware problem at one of the private laboratories overnight. That was rectified at 3 a.m, so I want to thank that private business and their staff and their contractors who've worked throughout the night to get that system back up and running. It is now back up and running. I'm advised, just as I approached you then, just a moment ago, that those results are now being they're being fed back out to people, so people are getting the news that they want. Those 10,000 results will be essentially added to this total. So in effect, results received today, so tests done yesterday in the main, 90% of them, will be around 33,000 tests, not the 23,000 that we already have reported. So that's a very strong number, and I thank each and every one of those people for coming forward and getting tested, and of course for those who've had this a minor wait while this technical issue, and again I want to stress it's not a software thing, it's a hardware, an actual machine wasn't working as it should have been. I want to thank those people for their patience, but 33,000 plus tests is very, very strong, and it's exactly what we need. That gives us the most complete picture, helps us protect you, your family and every family, and that's why, despite this wonderful weather and the fact that everyone's got lots of other things to do, if you have any symptoms whatsoever, you must come forward and get tested, and you must be quick about it. There's no good waiting 2 or 3 days, mingling, spending time with others, when you could potentially be doing little more than spreading this virus. We are deeply grateful to so many people coming forward and to all of those who behind the scenes work so hard to get these results to us. Apologies to those who've had to wait a bit longer than normal, but as I just said to you, it's been confirmed for me this morning, only a few moments ago, that those results are now being fed out to people, and that'll happen quite quickly. There are very similar numbers to yesterday, around 2,000 primary close contacts, around 3,000 people who are back in Victoria who hold permits and are here perfectly lawfully, but they're quarantining at home, and that's very important, and we're very grateful to them. I can inform you that there's now 579 exemptions have been granted, so we just, in a very steady, proper, methodical way, we're working through all of those different exemption requests, those important applications that have come through the system. There are extra staff there, and we're working through that as fast as we possibly can. Beyond that, we are about to have a National Cabinet meeting, and I'm very pleased to say that it's my expectation, I'm very confident that we will see issues like pre-flight testing, issues like flight crew being tested when they get here, being treated in effect as if they are a returned traveller, a whole range of measures that we've pushed and advocated for, particularly in light of the UK strain. I believe they'll be adopted by a National Cabinet, and I think we've already seen overnight, you'll remember yesterday much of the press conference was about the need to test all the staff in association with hotel quarantine as often as possible, I think ideally every single day, as we do, and you've seen some other states make announcements to that effect already. That'll be something that we discuss at National Cabinet today. I think given the extremely infectious and contagious nature of this UK variant, it is very, very important that we do everything we can, never making it 100% risk-free, but just each layer, each additional step that we take is all about keeping us safe. I just want to, before we go to questions, I just want to make the point that any reporting about the UK variant not being new to Victoria is simply wrong. The strain we are talking about at the moment, that is so much more infectious, is not here. It has not been here, and it is our aim to keep it out. We've had virus come from the United Kingdom way back in June. That is not the same as the variant that is presenting as much more infectious, that's a matter of fact, and indeed there's a growing body of anecdotal evidence that people are getting more sick more quickly as a result of contracting that UK strain. So that's just to be clear. We've had UK virus, we've had virus from all over the world, but it's not the same as the variant, the one that's got all of us very, very worried and concerned. That's not something that's been a feature of our virus as it's presented. That's new, and we need to do everything we can to keep it out. Can I just send my best wishes to everybody in Brisbane. Premier Palaszczuk has had to make some very difficult calls this morning. I fully support those calls. It's very challenging, but obviously problems in one part of Australia become problems for the whole country if we don't manage these things consistently and well, and I think that's exactly what Premier Palaszczuk has done.